Hello pilots and welcome back to Flight Academy. It's time for Season 2. This series is brought to you by Out of Art Gaming, and as always, my name is Phil. 11 players go head-to-head in a round-robin single-ship tournament to find out who is the ace pilot. The format rules are in the description below, but continuing to join me for Round 8 we have...
Hi guys, it's Amy.
Hey Amy, welcome back. We have another cracking game for you here. We have Scum on Scum action. Which is always good fun because they love going toe-to-toe with each other. Two very different ships on the board doing very different things. So it's going to be curious to see how these go. We already had a bit of a discussion. I'm going to go through Duncan's because we know that you love the Star Vipers. So Duncan is running Cavill in the Y-Wing. He has been a bit of a fan favourite. We've got marksmanship, ion cannon turrets, proton torpedoes, R4B11, proximity mines, false transponder codes, and a shield upgrade on there. All for 75 points. That's just... there's so much on that ship, but it is really good.
That is good.
And what we got on the other side?
So Andy is flying Dylan Oberos in the Star Viper with prime thrusters, ion torpedoes, afterburners, and the Virago title.
I really like Dalen. I think he's such a fun... Obviously, when you think Star Viper, you think Guri straight away.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, Guri is really good. But having seen Andy fly Dalen, I think he's more fun. Like, just his ability, when he executes a maneuver, he can do a 90-degree turn. On that ship chassis is ridiculous. The maneuverability that ship has, it's mind-boggling, the positions it can get into. And that's going to be something I think is going to potentially cause Duncan a bit of a headache here, because he's got to try and second guess where Dalen is going to end up being. I think the one saving grace Duncan has is that where he's I5, he will always be going after, so he can control where his turret's going to be, but it's still going to cause him to spend an action that he might want to be spending elsewhere.
Yeah, it's always going to be difficult with the Star Viper, especially with using the bank.
Yeah.
I've got the word of it now. The bank template for doing barrel rolls and boosts.
Yeah, those bendy barrel rolls are crazy. First point of damage, no ion though, which is incredibly handy for Dalen. He does not want to be ionized. We've seen the damage that Cavill can do when he gets his opponent ionized. But yeah, I mean, the combination of Virago, bendy barrel rolls, Dalen's ability to twist and turn, afterburners, prime thrusters, there's just so much there that makes that ship just so much fun. And yeah, I need to get my Star Vipers back out and give it a go. See how many I can get on them. If I want to get all three of mine on the board, because it just looks cool as well. Ooh, interesting. Going slow there.
Ooh. Barrel roll. Hoping to potentially block, do you think?
I don't know, actually. If he's going for the block, it's an interesting attempt at the block. I mean, he's got to be careful, because just misses the block, so he's not going to have. He's going to have the range 1 bonus, which is definitely going to be key. There's that rotate though from Cavill. This is a tricky position to be in. I I almost think that if he'd have stayed where he was, he would have got the block on Cavill, and then Cavill would not have been able to use his turret because you can't use a turret at range 0. I think that might have been a better move, but again, hindsight is 2020. Andy didn't know where Duncan was going to be, so it was always going to be tricky. But that is a
overall, I'd say overall, it's still going to be a very. It's still a good position.
Yeah, I would say it's favouring Duncan right now, though.
Yes, definitely.
Especially when you roll like that.
Oh wow!
Oh, for a focus, and he could have avoided the ion there. Literally one roll away from not being ionized. But that is a great roll there from Duncan. He's just having a look at his cards, but it won't make any much difference. Just 2 coming back, getting them through. So there's some consistent damage coming back from Dalen there. That's 2 damage around. So he's putting in a good shift so far. But whilst we're waiting for them to get their dials down, guys, just want to remind you, if you do like what we're doing here at Out of Art Gaming, you can support us on Patreon. The link is in the description below. And we would very much appreciate your support. You get access to quite a few cool little things in there. We've got the scenarios from our recent May the 4th trilogy available on there. And also you get sneak peeks of some of the upcoming stuff that we are doing on the channel. And something that I think a lot of people could have predicted is a nice prox mine dropped right in front of Dalen. That
was clever. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, that's just what Cavill is all about at the moment. Ionizing you onto a prox mine or off the board. And he's just doing it to such good effect. So that is a really good play there from Duncan. Now, will he be able to ionize him again? Whoa, Duncan. That's a board edge there. That is very brave.
Oh my days. Was that the tightest turn a Y-Wing can do? Was that a too hard?
That was a 2 hard there.
They got a 1.
I'm just bringing the dial up because I talk about it a lot, but I don't really use the Y-Wing that often. There we go. Yeah, the 2 hard is the tightest. I'm very surprised he went in that direction. Although taking that target lock's going to be nice. Going for the ion, so having to spend the target lock. So good job he took that target lock there.
I'm wondering if Duncan's hoping to ionize and then land him on the block.
Only 1 though, not going to go through. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, if he'd have ionized Dalen onto the rock, that could have been Dalen done for. Taking that auto damage and then having to roll off for it, that would have been brutal. But I'm curious now. Will the 2 hard keep Cavill on the board, or will he have to do? Might have to do the 3 to try and swing it around a bit further. I just don't know. Oh, Dalen clips. Auto damage. Doesn't matter. Dalen has just taken himself out of the game.
Wow.
I mean, well played there, Duncan. I'm curious as to see what his dial actually had in there and if it would have stayed on, though. Because that was tight.
Yeah.
Oh, teasing us there, Andy. Flipped it over. I couldn't see what was on that dial, but that was really well played there from Duncan. Really utilising that ion cannon to its full effect with that prox mine. That was just really good. Unfortunate there for Andy. I think getting in that close to Dalen was not the best idea, but these things happen. But Amy, again, thank you very much for joining us for Game 3 of Round 8.
Thank you very much. It is good to be back, and thanks for having me.
Anytime. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget, click that like button, subscribe to the channel. Link for the Patreon is in the description below, and we will see you next time.